Hey guys, Crew Bonway back. I'm Rick.
I'm Maggie.
And we're here with Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. Yeah. Last time on,
we met the American Empire and hated them instantly. We had a great episode going into a little bit of Bato's backstory.
Mm-hmm.
And he got to have an awesome moment of just being a badass.
Yeah, pretty much. It was kind of a recreation of the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie Cyborg. A little bit. Or, not Cyborg. Universal Soldier.
I thought that was, Kurt Russell. Universal Soldier.
Universal Soldier?
There was one... No, it was just Soldier, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's just Soldier.
Soldier.
Yeah. But no, really enjoyed last episode. It was good times. Good to see some backstory for some Section 9. Maybe we'll get a little more of that. Maybe we'll get the Laughing Man. I don't know. Let's find out.
You know, I'd like to be... I mean, if I had my goddamn choice, I'd just be the catcher in the rye and all.
Well, I thought that was just going to be a standalone. But he popped up at the end. It was him all along.
I mean...
Makes sense. Like, super hacker.
I mean, that big droid guy wasn't even there.
What do you mean wasn't even there?
Didn't you see? The bullet marks were in the statue. Togasawa was being fed fake crap from almost the beginning.
Yeah, fake memories.
Uh-huh. His grouping is way better there than in the fake memory.
Huh. So what is, like, cheering him on in the Virtual City Alpha? I wonder what that is. Is that like a hackers contest? Is it like esports? Or... It seems like he's participated in it before. So, the kid in the wheelchair, did he just...
He was just a ride?
The glove's there. But yeah, I'm trying to think of, like... Did he just hack into that boy's body and just leave with it? Or...
I mean...
Was that boy never there at all?
That seems likely.
When did he get into Togas's mind?
I mean...
And how?
Togasawa hooked up to something in order to talk to the people on the outside.
He did, but he saw the boy before that.
As soon as he walked into that...
But I mean, the kids were all talking to the boy, too. So I think the boy really does exist. I just don't know if it's just a vessel or if that's, like, him.
I mean, we brought up before the fact that this guy might not actually have, like, a physical shell. He might just be a ghost that's wandering around.
Maybe.
And that would be, like... That'd be a fairly safe place to hole up in.
But why take the boy with him, then? Why not just jump somewhere else?
I mean...
Leave a trace behind?
I don't know. Maybe there's some things in the world that you can only do physically.
I don't know. But I like this whole cyberbrain closed cell syndrome. Like the idea of it. Where some people feel too connected. Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
There's a lot of kids here, though. I wonder, like, how much of an area this encompasses. Is this like a nationwide thing and all of those kids get sent here? Or is it like per district?
Is it just kids? It's not just kids, because there was an old guy in one of those scenes.
Sure.
Like an old guy.
Seems like it was mostly kids in the work section. Making and breaking barriers.
Yeah, maybe they're the only ones that get recruited for that sort of action. Do you think if Togasawa had connected to that one guy, he would have been...
The cyborg?
No, to the guy that was, where he saw the eyes blink in the back of the neck.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if he had chosen to do that he would have been a good, like, vessel?
For the Laughing Man?
Yeah.
Like, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what he's looking for in that sort of thing.
I mean, the Laughing Man seemed to be important to hide. And they did catch on to him. They did, like... However, whatever Togasawa was actually experiencing, he apparently did pick up on the chief and such, and was able to communicate that to the outside and such.
Yeah.
I just don't know how much of those people were necessarily real.
And the other possibility is it's not the Laughing Man, and it's just another person who's using his iconography.
Possibly. But it also makes me think, like, were there any people actually running that institute to begin with?
Or was it like the was it an Edgar Allan Poe story where like the inmates are running the asylum?
Something like that.
Can't remember the name of it right now.
It was like,
Something.
I know it's not Shutter Island, but like...
No, it was like the something of Dr. something, or...
The Island of Dr. Moreau.
No, it wasn't that. I've read that, again, not too long ago, but I can't remember the title for the life of me.
I mean, all of the people of power seem to be either fake or being run by somebody else.
Well, was the woman real?
I mean, she was the one that knocked out Togusa.
Yeah.
And as soon as, like, Togusa saw that kid look and...
Well, yeah, no, I think you're right, because...
I think she was real, but she was being run by somebody else.
Aoi said a lot of grown-ups are going to be coming. So that would imply that, like, there are no grown-ups here. Right?
Quite possibly.
So he probably took them all out and was just using this as his base of operations to, like,
or
hack.
Took them out, or was just running them, basically.
Cool stuff. Yeah, I didn't even notice in the title screen because it normally tells us if it's a standalone or a complex episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if it told us or not. Because this one, it felt like a surprise, you know. I didn't expect it to be.
It's also cool because, like, I keep wondering, like, where's the separation point? Because, like, did he start to see something that was actually there, and, like, as soon as he looks, like, was there someone on the swing? And it was just blocked?
Complex episode. So, yep. I didn't notice. I'm glad I didn't.
Why did you tell me about that?
About what?
About that.
I told you about this before. But I just didn't notice it here. I was trying to read the text on the left. That
just talks about the scene that just happens.
Yeah. No, this series reminds me a lot of Cowboy Bebop. Like, Cowboy Bebop doesn't get into the technology quite so much. It does some.
A little bit, yeah.
But just not knowing if you're just going to have an episode that sort of stands on its own, or if it's something that, like in Bebop, ties to, like, Vicious is really the main, like, through line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just never know what to expect, except an amazing episode, because they've all been winners so far. Also like Bebop.
Because, like, when in that first scene where those two guys, how they, like, their ears, the ear things exploded.
Mm-hmm.
And Togusa goes running after the kid, and then when he comes, like, I swear when they went back into that room, it's like, I remember thinking, it's like, where did those people go? When he sat down on that chair.
Yeah.
So much of this felt so, like, weirdly, like, disjointed. Like, I was never sure right exactly where we were.
Well, there were a lot of camera pans, like, into Togusa, and then the scene changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially with, like, the lost time moment where he was, like, getting weird, and all of a sudden, like, zip.
And when he was walking in the work area, like the camera panned and it went, like, seemingly forever of all these kids hooked up to this thing. But then it, like, Pac-Man warped back to the beginning, because then we were walking behind Togusa.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that was a very strange shot as well.
And, like, when he sat down in that weird, like, when the person says, like, when the director lady says, like, sit down. And he seems, like, very surprised that there's a chair here. And, like, that there's a table even. Like, he seems very unsure of, like, literally what his physical surroundings are all the time, despite... it just seems like maybe there is a disjointed... Even though he's being fed all this stuff, maybe you can actually kind of sense that something feels off. Like, the weird eyeballs and things just, like, kind of popping through the mirage.
Like, I wonder how the Major would have reacted. if she would have been a little more suspicious, you know?
I wonder if she would have been less suspicious.
Or been able to see through it more.
I don't know. I almost feel like because Togusa has less of all of that stuff, that it was a bit more, innate.
Maybe. I don't know. It still seemed to work really effectively on him.
Yeah. But...
Like, even at the end there, he didn't realize what he was drawing. So either the Laughing Man replaced the memories, which he can do, because he was going to do that to the kids. Or he also had control of him while he was painting. Or sketching or whatever. Which we know he can hack people in real time. He did that during the assassination attempt. Or, I mean, that wasn't him. Maybe. I don't know.
There's a dude. We think he's powerful.
He's a very good hacker. And it seems like the Major is the best hacker in Section 9.
Yeah.
Which I kind of expected it to be I Guy.
Ishikawa?
Yeah.
Ishikawa?
But I guess it's the Major. She seems to be the best at almost everything.
I mean, she can do it and drive a car at the same time. Like,
it's true.
It seems very second skin to her.
I'm really curious to see what that, like, boss confrontation is going to be like. Because I doubt it's going to be a shootout, you know? Like, what is that? What's the climax of this storyline going to be? I can't even guess.
Maybe just connecting.
Maybe.
I mean, it seems pretty dangerous just in and of itself.
She, like, captures him inside of herself. And, like, that's his prison now.
Oh.
Who's laughing now?
Man, that's probably what they did with all the people that work there. Remember how that kid basically said, like, one of the people that work here, like, dove in. And he's
trapped.
Stuck there now. It's like, everybody that works there.
Yeah.
They probably just, like, downloaded them into one person.
I wonder if the
Stuck.
Laughing Man feels a connection to these kids. Like, does he suffer from the same syndrome? Or did he suffer from it and he's now
Maybe he was used
somewhat better?
like those kids were being used?
Maybe. I don't know.
Like, what if the Laughing Man was semi-running that institution? Then he was forcing some of those kids to not be connected at times. So was he continuing their treatment?
I don't know.
Like, were there real people who was deciding what was medically appropriate? Was he running this? Is he a good doctor?
I don't know. We're not going to get our answers unless we watch more.
I want to watch more.
So let's do that. Thank you guys so much for watching our reaction to Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. We want to watch more, but we got to wait. You can subscribe to catch the reaction next week. But if you really don't want to wait, unlike us, you can travel into the future and see the next 4 reactions right now by heading over to patreon.com/blindwave.